everybody and welcome to my channel. Today I'll be dealing with a very relevant topic, that is facing an interview. We all study very hard from our school days through our colleges, and ultimately what we want is to get to our dream job. Now, how do you get to our dream job? We need to face an interview, and therefore this becomes very relevant for us. So let's get about doing it. So I will be dealing in 5 parts this entire topic of facing an interview. I'll be talking about in the first part about the business etiquette. What is business etiquette and what are different business etiquettes you need to know in order to be very successful in your interview. The second part is body language, how you carry your body, the way you behave, the way you gesticulate, everything will come into body language. Part 3 will be the perfect handshake, how the handshake should be in an informal interview and how long the grip should be and things like that. Part 4 will be talking about the minute details about applying for the job, the perfect job and the perfect application, and what are the things that go with the application as such. Part 5 is one of the most important things, that is dressing for the interview. You need to dress perfectly, to look professional, to be able to present yourself in a manner that the people on the other side of the table, the board members, are impressed by your personality. So even till part 5th, every section is important for you to understand so that you land yourself in your best job ever. Now, for today, let me talk about only business etiquette, the part 1 of this facing the interview. Right. Now, what is business etiquette? Etiquette is your manner, the way you behave, the way you talk. Everything falls under business and etiquette, in fact. But when we talk business etiquette, it means I'm talking about the professional part of it. I'm talking about the job part of it, where the individual moves out of the family to face the world to earn his or her living. How he or she needs to carry himself, needs to present himself to the society. So whenever we talk about business etiquettes, we need to remember it's a focus on the behavior. The way you behave at home will be very different from the way you behave outside, and the way you behave in the interview. That's very important for the starting point. The second point is that how you modulate your voice, how you modulate the tone of your voice. That's very important. Sometimes when people talk, we get engrossed in the way they talk. And some people, when you listen to them, you fall asleep. I think, and sleep over their speech. So that's very important because you need to really attract the person's attention on your face, on the way you talk, everything, such that you are somebody who impresses. Therefore, it's very important to modulate your voice, the way you talk, the tone of high and low, the intonation of your voice, that is the melody of your speech. Everything needs to be perfect and professional. Then we need to talk about the dress and appearance. Everything falls under business etiquette. That means the way you need to dress. And of course, as I told you, the body language. All these together sum up to talk to you about the business etiquette, or to mean what we call business etiquette, and to present a person who is not only confident, who is not only capable, but somebody who is also professional. And that is the way it gives the perfect professional picture of the person who should be eligible for the job. Right. So let us talk in detail about what exactly is business etiquette. Now, whenever we are talking about working in a particular office, the person that will be, or the candidate who will be chosen, is somebody who can gel with the people in the office there. He should not be a loner. He or she should be a person or an individual who can talk with the people properly. His communication skills are very good. he can gel, he can work as a team with other members, and he can contribute his own part. And all these are the aspects the person will look for in the candidate when he goes in for the interview. Therefore, it's important that you develop in yourself from the beginning these things. Whether you can gel with the people around, whoever's around you, your friends can now. You can start now. Whether you can gel with your friends or your family, or whether you can work like a team, whether you have the team spirit, and of course, whether you have this proper communication skill, the way you talk. And therefore, business. Now, why are we actually talking about business etiquettes? For us, it's important because we want the person or the candidate to get the job. Therefore, let us focus on what are the different etiquettes or the business etiquettes that are to be followed by a candidate who is appearing or preparing to appear before the interview board. So, the first thing is always remember, be ahead of time. Whenever you know that this is your place where you have to go to for the interview, always ahead of time, one day ahead of time, you need to take the time, either the bus or the car or any vehicle you want to take. That particular vehicle you take and go to that place of your job or your, the interview, and check out how long it takes in that particular time of traffic, and always be before time. We have this famous saying of Napoleon Bonaparte, who lost the Battle of Waterloo for a very few minutes there. Therefore, every second is important, and when you're ahead of time, you're not huffing and puffing and going to the interview. So you're already ahead of time, you're seated there before the interview, before the board, in fact, in the waiting lounge there before your interview call. So you're ready, you're calm, and you're composed, and you're ready to face the board. Secondly, we need to be very formal in your behavior. You should not be, say for instance, when you get into your lounge where you have to wait for the interview call, you should be very careful to be the manner you're sitting down, the way you're walking inside the room, everything is actually being, the eyes who are looking into what you're doing there. The way you sit down, the way you are talking around, the way you're behaving. So you need to act very, very professional. That's why you have to be very formal in your behavior. And of course, dress very professionally. I'll be dealing with this dress thing in my last section of this series of lectures. So I'll leave that here. And of course, please remember, you need to have a good eye contact. Every time you talk to people on the board, you need to have a good eye contact, look straight and answer. If you're looking down like this and talking, we give this impression that you're hiding something, you're not confident, and there is no place for the second individual on earth. In fact, there is no place for people who are not confident. If you're not confident about yourself, you cannot sell yourself and advertise your own proper, good qualities in yourself. Then you're not getting the job. You need to develop a good eye contact and tell, yes, I will be an asset to anybody who takes me, hires me. And that's very important. And of course, we need to have a formal smile. A grumpy face, it doesn't look good. You need to have a smile. You wear a smile, it's like you wear a beautiful dress. A smile can mean everything. Of course, you needn't show all your teeth out and then laugh around and loud laughter. No, complete no. But you need to wear a smile. A smile that will in fact create good impression. And one more thing. When we are trying to enter the interview hall, it's very important to open the doors or knock on the door to ask permission to go inside. And once you're inside, please be careful to lock the door behind you very silently. Don't bang it on behind you. That's a big nuisance to the ears of the people sitting on the board. Walk in, then ask permission to sit down. If they do not allow you to sit down or do not ask you to sit down, do not just pull the chair and sit down. That's one of the worst things that you can do in an interview hall. Just ask permission, may I? Things like that. One more thing, once you're there, you have your, of course, you're walking in with your files, you're walking with the handbag if you're talking about the lady there. And of course, be careful to put your files on the table and your hands on the lap and sit straight. I always insist that you should sit straight and never slouch like this. Slouching is falling back into the into your chair and having a nice easy time. No, you are in a professional setup. You need to be very careful to sit straight with your back straight and sit down and wait to be questioned on a few things. With a smile, of course, a little smile on your face, very confident, looking into the eye. So that's very important. And one more thing, there's a very nice reason why I feel you need to keep your hands below on your lap and not on the table. Imagine you're being nervous, and the first interview, you will be nervous. When you're nervous, you have your hands up on the table and you're shivering there. Everybody on earth will know that you're shivering, which is not very good. You have your hands below there on the lap. You have the table on the top there, your hands on the lap. And you are confident. And of course, very, very important, one of the most important things, switch off your mobiles. Not even in vibration. They should be switched off, because at that particular moment, that is the most important thing happening in your life at that particular time. That is facing the interview. You do not need any calls then. Let it wait. Let all the calls wait. You need to switch off the mobiles. So these are some of the business etiquettes you need to follow when you're talking about going inside the interview hall and facing an interview board. And of course, as I always tell you, you need to have a very friendly attitude, but friendly in a very restricted mode. Not too friendly, but in a professional manner. So, these are the things I needed to talk to you about, and the aspects I need to focus on when I'm talking about business etiquettes. These are the main points you need to remember whenever you're talking about facing an interview, and what are the etiquettes you need to keep in your mind. So I hope you enjoyed this class and you understood what I wanted to convey to you. Do leave your comments in the comments box below there, under the description box. And if you have any questions, do feel free to jot it down to me. Thank you so much for listening.